Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my stream. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. Hopefully, we get some people rolling through here. I'll just wait until we get some people joining up. Hey, welcome to the one person watching so far. Get rolling here soon. Hey, what's up, Jelly Duck? Good to see you too. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, my friend Patty from the G Team Paranormal. Guys, please make sure to share this out. We're going to be doing a live tour of the Andersonville prison here in Andersonville, Georgia. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is awesome. All right. We're going to just do a little tour riding down here. It is a beautiful day here at Andersonville Prison. Sorry, I've hit every bug on the way here. That's what you're seeing on my windshield. I know, this place is awesome. It's a very sad history, but it's an amazing location for sure. How you doing today, Patty? How you doing today, Jelly Duck? Hey, John, my fourth grandfather survived Andersonville. Wow. I actually had a distant relative from Ohio who was here at Andersonville prison. Just got up, I hear you. I hear you.
I haven't been long getting up either.
I know. I woke up at like 9 o'clock. I totally missed church this morning.
Oh no, you're a heathen just like I am.
Oh yeah.
Man, dude, me not working right now, it sucks.
Hey, what's up, Melissa? Welcome. So there's a couple ways of going here. You can actually go check out the museum, and then there's the prison site and cemetery where we're actually going to go ahead. Right now the museum is actually closed to the public due to COVID-19. So we're actually going to go State Park exit.
Go that way.
State Park. Well, this will take you to the cemetery. I think that's where it ends. Well, the cemetery's this way. This is the actual park where they have the monuments. Hey, how's it going, Alan? Yeah, it's a beautiful day here. All right, so we're gonna venture our way down here.
So you know the story about the spring, don't you?
Yeah, so the lightning hit the spring and that's what created it?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys can see here, this is actually the beginning of one of the stockade walls, and this is actually the Wisconsin monument. So the state of Wisconsin actually dedicated a monument to all those who suffered and died here at Andersonville Prison. Super sad. And you can see a couple other states have put their markers. That's Rhode Island. So what you actually see here is the stockade, and then the second line is going to be the deadline. So if anybody crossed this second line here past the stockade, they were shot and killed if they tried to escape through the deadline. And they did. Trust us on that. They definitely killed and shot people trying to escape him, and that was the story of the Raiders. So here's the Michigan and Massachusetts, the Massachusetts being the one in front of us, and the one from Ohio, where I actually had family who fought in the Civil War in Ohio. According to my dad, die. Well, they didn't die here, but I did have family that died in the Civil War from Ohio. But yeah, that's the actual Massachusetts monument there. Here is one of the, I believe this is the stockade wall and watchtower. So this was originally, what was it, like 10 acres, and then they expanded it another 6?
Yes.
Because all of a sudden they ended up at like 45,000 people here at the prison.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's why they couldn't build the wall.
What was the max capacity of what it was supposed to be? Wasn't it like only 15? Like 15,000?
Yeah. And it doubled like within a
Hey, what's up, Firewolf Studios? Yes, it's gorgeous scenery. Guys, make sure to share this out. Hit that like button. So right here, you can actually see this little spring here, and it was actually caused by a lightning strike that opened up this spring. So we can actually get out here and take a little bit of a walk, and I'm going to show you the spring. You got to watch out for wasps, though. I remember last time I was here, there was like a huge wasp nest inside. And we got to watch out for venomous snakes, and there's postings everywhere for them, so.
I don't have a stick to poke them.
Nope, no sticks. Common snakes you will find here are the copperhead, water moccasin, eastern diamondback, craneback rattlesnake, and pygmies.
Apparently coral snakes also.
Good old YouTube. Okay, so I'm back now. This is the original stockade wall of what it looked like back in 1864. This stream and branch of Sweetwater Creek was the prison's only water supply. Today, neatly dredged, the channel is misleading. When the prison was built, the stockade post slowed the current, turning the stream and banks into a stagnant swamp. The prisoners' latrines stood downstream, overcrowding soon with fouled water, and it developed really bad bacteria that became lethal. And actually, the smell of the bacteria from all the feces that ran downstream was so bad that it actually could be smelled up to 10 miles away in the town of Americus. So, I mean, it was pretty bad. So right here, you are looking, this is the first 10 acres. That's the next 6 that had to be added as an addition. There was 13,000 or something. Hopefully I can get back on here. Sorry guys, keep losing you. I didn't mean to do that. So that's one of the stockade walls there. That's actually the front entrance gate and watchtower to the prison. So this is what's known as North Gate. The trail follows the footsteps of the newly arriving prisoners captured. Union soldiers marched the village railroad station past this spot uphill from the North Gate to the main prison entrance. After prisoners passed through the outer door, it was barred behind them and the inner gate swung open to the prison yard. New arrivals, or what they called fresh fish, as they were often called, had no idea what awaited them. Welcome everybody who's just joining here. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Water unfit for human consumption. Yeah, apparently it's still bad. So this is the Providence Spring. There'll be some more information here on this board, and it'll kind of go into the story here. During the heavy rainstorm in August of 1864, spring suddenly gushed from the hillside. The prisoners were desperate for fresh water, and over time the event became its legacy. Several men claimed to have seen lightning strike this spot just before the spring burst. This damp slope with its many natural steeps would appear the likely site for a spring. Workmen may have inadvertently buried the spring's outlet while digging the stockade trench. Whether an act of nature or divine providence, the effects of the stream seem to be the answer to thousands of people. And this was the little monument that they erected for the actual stream itself. Hey, what's up, KELLZ Fam, Southern Girl? What's going on? It is a beautiful Sunday, all right. And this is the actual spring as it goes downhill. Nice thing is, it's not as hot as it was yesterday. Because if it was 100 plus the humidity like we've been having lately, it'd be a tough time to be out here.
What's up?
Yeah, it would. Hey, what's up, Lisa? So that's the spring as it's going downhill. That was their only drinking water for 45,000 men.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Cynthia? Welcome. So yeah, lightning struck this area and the spring became what it became, as the story goes.
Taking a picture.
Yep. So we'll walk uphill here to the north gate. Yeah, this place is really nice. It's crazy how it doesn't look like 13,000 people died here of horrible conditions.
I know, right?
It doesn't look like a place where 45,000 people would have been overcrowded either during the time of the Civil War, but that's the history here. Sounded like an act of God. They did not have water. Yeah, pretty much what it was. So this right here is North Gate. This would have been their way into the prison. And very brutal conditions. We are actually inside of North Gate. Terry now. Okay. So when the inner gates opened, the new prisoners had, it was overwhelmed, and a lot of their money, buttons, and their skeletal forms. And that's what this place looked like back then. Over 33,000 people all bunched in together. Hey, what's up, Joe? Presence of the Unknown. How's it going? Yeah, it was horrendous. I'm here with my friend Travis, and we're out venturing here. Take you over to some of these monuments. Hey Travis, how's your new job? It's going good. Busy. At least I have Sundays off. Sorry, somebody keeps trying to call me. Hopefully it'll let me back in.
Tiny version of the Washington Monument.
Yeah, so these are the different monuments from different states in the Union who resurrected monuments to the people that died from their states. This is from the National Women's Relief Corps of the Grand Army of the Republic, and a tribute to the heroism of the following states: Delaware, Kansas, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, New Hampshire, Vermont, and West Virginia. And you can actually see the numbers of the people who died from those states. And that's light compared to some of these other ones. I appreciate that, Joe. Hey, what's up? What the paranormal? How you doing? It's good to see you. So this would have been a monument for Tennessee, which I thought it was a Confederate state.
It is.
Oh, died in the Confederate prisons. Okay, so this would have been like a monument for those who were from Tennessee that got stuck in Elmira and stuff like that. So over 1,284 people died from Tennessee in Union prisons that were Confederate soldiers.
It's a lot for one state.
Yeah. Yeah, they were, West Virginia was very divided back then. Okay, so this is kind of crazy, guys. So I'll show you where the deadline is. You can see these like rows of pylons here. So it was pretty much anybody who crossed this line here was shot. This one would have been the outer wall of the stockade. So before they made it to the stockade line, they were shot and killed. That's why it's called the deadline. This is the Massachusetts monument in the memory of her sons who died here at Andersonville from 1864 to 1865. It was only open 1 year, and there was up to 45,000 people here. 13,000 of those died, which is insane. This place is huge. It's quite a walk. Take you next to some of these old Confederate Civil War cannons here in a moment. So this is to honor the dead, and this is going to be all those who died who were privates. There was actually a corporal and a sergeant that died in the Rhode Island infantry. These would have been captured Union soldiers, most being privates. No, you can't get in here at night. I'm trying to talk to somebody at the prison memorial to do an overnight investigation. That's one of my next steps. It's been done before, but I really want to try to do it here myself. There's a couple of haunted places in this area, like the old Windsor Hotel and some other places. This would be the Wisconsin Monument, and this one's probably the biggest. And a lot of people from the Wisconsin infantry died here. Hey, what's up through the veil? It would be an amazing place at night, for sure. This was founded in 1906. That's when this monument was resurrected. So they're saying that 378 people from the state of Wisconsin died here at Andersonville. Now there are a couple other plaques and informational boards. These I don't think I've ever actually read. So at this corner of the prison, the state of Wisconsin erected a monument near the site where many Wisconsin prisoners had camped. Prisoners tend to form groups and stay by the regiment to sustain morale. Look for other monuments at this prison site in the National Cemetery where there's little historical evidence remains. Symbols and commemoration can be an important part of Andersonville's physical and emotional landscape. So those would have been the men who survived Andersonville. Those are veterans. Father Peter Wallen, an Irish-born Catholic priest from Savannah, arrived at Andersonville in 1864, minister of the sick and dying, while the other priests visited for brief periods. Wallen remained for nearly 4 months during the hottest season at its height of morality. At the end of his stay, Wallen borrowed money to purchase 10,000 pounds of wheat and flour and baked it into bread and distributed it at the prison hospitals. The food became known as Wallen's bread. Lasted for months, probably saved many lives. It's pretty cool. It's an old sundial. So you would have had other plaques here. It's a note from the generals. This would have been a note from Grant and Lincoln. So that's one of the other walls over there. I think this is just a monument for the Civil War in general. This is going to be all the Michigan soldiers who are imprisoned in these grounds. It's a beautiful monument. It's beautiful, beautiful grounds. So I guess we could go take a look at some of those old Confederate cannons that were posted around here. And you must have one good mower out here to mow all this grass.
It looks that way.
Looks like they left that one patch there just
There ain't nothing there.
yeah, they're just like, why? Don't bother.
It's too hot for that.
Yep. Yeah, there is a lot of activity as far as I'm sure this place at nighttime could get quite spooky.
What about that corner?
Yeah, we'll make our way over there. See, I just kind of wanted to show them these old cannons real quick and then we'll walk over that way. Kind of give them the full scope. And then there's the cemetery, which is insanely large as well. I wish I had a way to share this out, but I don't. So if you guys could do me a favor and share this out, please, I appreciate it. Thank you so much through the Veil Paranormal. Really appreciate it. Oh my goddamn bugs are getting my ear skin. Shoe fly. Okay, so these are actually some of the old Confederate cannons that were posted here. I just don't get how they wear these wool outfits in this heat. There's one thing I just can't fathom about the Civil War is marching in those outfits, standing in line and trying to shoot each other. These are all capped off now, obviously, but these are the old cannons there. Where's the balls? I don't know. God dang. So this was a platform for a 6-pounder field gun. It would be able to control thousands of prisoners. Could cut a wide swath through a crowd. The tube itself was 884 pounds. Smooth bore. Solid shot. It had a range of about 1,523 yards. But it was effective up to 600.
So actually, I've been turned around.
Yeah. So these guns right here would have been actually facing towards the actual prison at the time. They have them turned around right now. And it probably would have taken multiple people to operate. Yeah, wool suits in 112 degree heat. I just don't understand what their reasoning behind that was. But then again, the modern military wears full camis in the middle of Iraq, so I guess it ain't too much better. These guns could defend against artillery attack, loaded and aimed at the prison. The Confederate cannon was also discharged mass escape. So if a large group of these people tried to escape this area, they would just hit them with these guns. And I'm sure that wasn't a pretty sight. Well, the smell of the 45,000 people here that were at Andersonville was so strong it could be smelled up to 10 miles away in the nearest town of Americus, Georgia. I'm just glad there's a breeze. That breeze feels good.
Yeah, it does. It could be worse.
Oh yeah. Yesterday, it tried to have a breeze, but it was just too hot yesterday.
Where were you yesterday?
Work.
Ah.
Working the car lot. Just being outside, and I was sweating like a dog. I mean, even for the Confederate side, it must have been horrendous working here.
Probably wasn't pretty.
No. I'm sure that they had health problems.
Human feces and sleeping in it.
Yeah, glad that residual smell isn't there, right? A lot more people died from disease from the bad water that built all that bacteria up. Be cool to get an investigation at one of those houses over there.
Pretty new though.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, just the land itself. And that's the museum over there, which is closed at the moment. That is eventually somewhere where I really want to get into.
You haven't been to the museum?
Uh-uh.
It's really cool.
I bet.
They do this audio in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Of what it might have sound like.
Huh.
It's creepy, dude.
I bet.
I think I've taken 3 field trips here.
Nice.
Our school likes to come here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's kind of like this area's biggest national park / recreation area.
Yeah.
/ museum.
There's also a naval museum.
Yeah. Where's that one at? Oh, okay. Is that the Aaron Naval one? I thought they had airplanes there too.
That is actually no. The infantry museum isn't actually in the base. The naval museum is actually on.
Well, I do have a golf cart. It's called a Honda. It's parked down the road there.
This is also a national park, so I don't think they would like that.
No. Well, I mean, you can drive through here. That's what these roads are for.
I'm talking about on the grass.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't want to drive through the grass. That I'm pretty sure would be illegal.
Polaris.
Oh, yeah. Little four-wheeler.
Yeah. No, we don't want to do that.
So this is another one of the gates up here. Take care, Amy. Have a great day. Sheesh. Let's see what this one says. God knows how many people got bit by rattlesnakes, or who knows. Prisoners at Andersonville had to prove their own, or had to provide their own shelters. With sticks and pieces of clothing, the prisoners improvised leaky tents and lean toss. Many prisoners had no shelter at all. Protection from rain, dew, broiling, or I'm sure they meant to say boiling sun, became a matter of life and death. I bet I could barely stand up here walking around. Exposures aggravated by many illnesses and infections contributed to the soaring mortality rate. So yeah, I mean, that's what they looked like.
I would love to have a spot on the high ground, not the low ground.
Yeah. I would not want to be down there.
Yeah.
Be as far away from those cannons as you could possibly throw a stick at.
Yeah, cannon's right there though.
Yeah, but they're not going to shoot through their own fence.
That is true. This part was fully enclosed in the fence.
Yeah, prison burrows, yeah. I needed some exercise, so why not go to Andersonville?
This is where rifling and big gun thing was in the Civil War.
Yep, there's some more cannons there. And then this was the expansion of the stockade. Daylight between them betray. So the unhewn logs with daylight between betray the Confederates' haste to expand north end of the camp. In contrast, the reconstruction of the north section gates shows the carefully planned design of the stockades. Initial 16 acres when the plans were only for about 6,000 prisoners, and there was 45,000 of them. The outer row of white posts marks the stockade, the inner marks the deadline. The area between the two is no man's land. If the prisoners cross the deadlines, the guard in the sanctuary boxes would actually go and shoot them. So they would stand right here. You would usually have these deadline markers, which I'm guessing is probably this boundary here. And they would, oh no, it's a little bit further up. And they would actually go and shoot them. And those are the actual like stocks where they would put them in there. Huh.
You've been bad.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like fun. Old school ankle monitor, yeah. Exactly. I think it was too hot here the last time to actually do the whole walk. Like today's nice. Last time it was like brutal hot. At least you got a breeze today. Sanctuary boxes or pigeon roosts were mounted at every 100 feet along the top of the stockade. The guards had their orders to shoot any prisoners who crossed the deadline. Otherwise, they had little control over the conditions inside the prison. Perched above the prison camp, they became prisoners in tandem and anxiety, always fearful of the prison uprising or Union cavalry attack. After a while, the noise, stench, and the view across the acres of ragged men and shelters must have numbed the senses. Guards also suffered from many of the same health problems as the prisoners, resulting in a high morality issue with the guards as well. I did not know that. But I could assume because it was pretty horrendous.
We actually had a heart.
Yeah. So there was just as many guards not as many guards. Hey babe, what's going on? Good to see you, Sydney. My girlfriend's in the chat. Yeah, this is it's quite the experience. So this would have been, is this the deadline here? And
No,
that's
stockade, that's the wall.
okay, so this is the wall, this is the deadline.
Yes. So no man could be in this area.
So this is no man's land up to here, and then when you get to this post, they had every right to try to shoot you. So you wouldn't cross that line. Or if you did, you'd probably... We are here at Andersonville Prison. This is the outdoor prison camp. And it is only marked by the deadline and the stockade. And then you have your stockade wall for the entrance of the prison camp. And those are the memorials over there. We still have a while to go before we get to the cemetery. So there it is, the deadline. This post actually says it. So this would have been the line that they could not cross. If they did, they had those sentrymen over there pointing guns at them, and they were every 100 feet. So there was a stockade wall that went down to this part that no longer exists, but they would have been trying to shoot them if they had crossed this line.
And parts of the prison did not have a wall.
Yes, parts of the prison did not have a wall. So they just probably had people standing right there.
Yeah, probably so. Be like,
Hey, you want to try something stupid?
hey, stupid.
Don't cross this line. There's one of the signs that says beware of venomous snakes.
Oh no.
It'd be so funny if there was a venomous snake like right under it.
Hey, look.
Be all, damn, that sign was right. The stockade wall went all the way around. On the old part of it, the new part didn't have a stockade wall, if I remember correctly.
They didn't quite finish building it before they started using it.
Yeah, they just kind of slapped it together and went, okay, this is the new section. You guys over there. Sydney is one of my members, even though she didn't have to join. If you guys would like to support my channel, you can become a member by hitting the join button and subscribing, starting at $1.99 a month. So yeah, venomous snakes in the area. Welcome to Georgia / Florida / the entire South.
Where the humans are just as dangerous as the wildlife.
Oh yeah. These people are probably eating those snakes. They're like, I'd rather get bit by them than have to deal with the Confederate soldiers. I've never seen a venomous snake here, but I'm sure they're somewhere in that marshland or something. Yeah. Let's try to... At this height, there was 30,000 prisoners there. The wall went up around the prison. The wall went up all the way around the prison. How else? They had cannons pointed at them, and they had guns pointed at them every 100 feet. I'm sure they had some kind of temporary wall, but not on the last 6 or so acres. Heard this one was pretty much, as far as I know, is open. And they just held them there at gunpoint. Terry, that was a good one.
What did he say?
He said, I hate to say it, John, but you're really outstanding in your field. I am outstanding in my field. In this field, I guess. How very nice of you to say that. Ha 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 ha. Get out of here. Well, at least it's not like getting lost in Florida for 3 hours.
looking for something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, we were looking for something that didn't exist. There's nothing there. We were looking for a ghost town and found nothing. We ended up getting lost in the woods.
These big spiders.
With giant spiders and venomous snakes. Probably not the best idea on our part. Plus, it was about 100 degrees and 90% humidity.
It sucked.
And then we found the outhouse. There was kind of an emergency situation that called for it. And man, that outhouse was like a sauna.
There's a picture of what it looks like without the wall.
Yep, that's what it looks like without the wall. This would have been the wall pretty much right here. Well, that actually might have been the deadline in the stockade wall. So downstream end of the stockade branch was just sinks or latrines, according to the Confederates' original plan, would get drinking water upstream, use the latrines downstream where the current would flush the sewage out of the camp. That's disgusting. Inadvertently, the prison was designed for death. The stockade posts slowed down the drainage, and during dry spells, the creek became more of a swamp than a flowing stream. Dysentery swept the camp. That's what killed a lot of people. So yeah, this pretty much right here was the latrine, guys. Kind of a crappy situation. And see, I can do the whole pun thing too. What the heck was that? That was kind of weird.
It sounds like what, huh?
Yeah, it was like a voice almost.
Too weird. I ain't hear no voice. I can make voices.
It was something making sound. It didn't necessarily sound human. It could have been animal. Something in those woods. Yeah, hashtag fun, hashtag story time.
Story time, guys.
Story time. That's more of the stockade wall going down here. And pretty much it was just these stick barriers. And this was just the marker letting it know that the stockade was here. So you would have had guns here, guns there, guns up the hill over there. You would have had people posted every 100 feet. So there would have been troops over here pointing guns at the deadline and stockade.
Yeah, all four corners covered with heavy weapons.
Yeah, you had all four corners covered with heavy weapons that could have up to a 1,500 foot or 1,500 yard range. And then you had soldiers posted every 100 feet, marking the borders of the stockade wall. So nobody could really escape. We have a $5 donation from my girlfriend. Wow, why? Thank you, though. I appreciate it. You really didn't have to donate, babe. You're already a member. Plus, you're my girlfriend. So, there's that. And if this is you paying me back for the steaks in Texas, I don't want it. That was my treat. So that's we're on the backside of the newer part of the 6 acres, which would have been all of this. That would have been the larger space, the original part of the Andersonville prison. Right now, they're actually building a new walkway up to that point. This place would be really creepy at nighttime. Thank you so much, West Haven. Thank you so much for the 8 people still watching. Hey, maybe if we make it back on time, we could see if we could go live from the abandoned hospital. That place is sketchy, though.
I can't go there during the day. I want somebody to see me down. What the fuck are you doing over here?
That's true.
Alright, yeah.
It's an outdoor prison and museum, so you have a lot of tourists who walk around here. But virtually, yeah, it's pretty deserted. Thank you guys so much for sharing this out. I bet this place gets pretty darn spooky at night. This would be an interesting place to bring like your full-on paranormal equipment into the museum and see what you can get. Is he planning on going all the way off-road? There isn't really a road back there, is there? Yeah. Heck, just pitch a tent in the prison. Yeah, that could go two ways. From the heights of the headquarters, Captain Henry A. Wirtz, I hope I pronounced that correctly, you could observe everything within the prison walls. Is it Vision was the white post marker of the 30,000 human beings that were within this area. Didn't all those voices and groans from the hospital and the shouts of the guards smell unwashed clothes and bodies? Sounds pleasant. And so from headquarters, that's actually what it would have looked like. Just pretty awful. That looks just like the first 10 acres. That just looks like this area. It's not pointed over here. That would be this area here.
So they had to tear down part of their wall to
Yeah.
expand it.
Yep. And then there's a couple more guns up here. We can't really get up there. They're redoing this bridge. There's a couple more cannons right up here. Yeah, I do need to come back to Texas because I want to try to go back to the Alamo when it's actually open. So where would have that headquarters have been? Like right here?
Probably so.
Must have been this space here. Hey, what's up, Tabby?
Well, they would have that higher than build that up so they can protect the.
Or it could have been even up here. But I think the headquarters most likely would have been right here because they would have needed to observe these 10 acres here. And then, man, I could say though, this spot, it would have been really easy to, this was part of the prison, right? This was the newer part of the 6 acres.
I believe so.
It would have been so easy to just jump in those woods and get going. Just when they didn't look. Already thinking of an escape route, and I'm not even a prisoner here. This empty field was the site of Andersonville's third and last hospital. There were 2 previous hospitals within 9 months. They did not take any prisoners long. It did not take prisoners long to realize that there was few patients that actually returned. Knowing that the medicines were in short supply, even the sickest men resisted going to the hospital. They preferred to die amongst their friends and regiment. So this was actually the hospital. So that bottom divide where it comes back up the hill was the 6 acres. That was the original tent. This would have been the hospital.
That's why there's too high.
So the hospital would have actually been sitting right here, as what you're looking at through this screen. Nice they had handicap parking back then. Jesus. Terry, you're out of one today, man.
At least they were thoughtful.
That was good. That was good. Oh, just you wait, guys. I haven't even shown you the cemetery yet. The cemetery is where your guys are gonna go. Holy cow! And he went up there. Here's Travis. This cemetery is absolutely massive. And it's just like it's kind of like a shock moment when you realize how many people are actually just buried in basically ditches in a row. Thank you so much for the 21 likes, guys. Do appreciate all your support. That's just crazy. Must have been hell. Some 10 miles south Andersonville, some 10 miles south of Andersonville, residents of Americus complained of the smell. By the summer of 1864, the stockade became so overcrowded that those individual prisoners must have appeared as a single shuffling organism. Golly. I don't know where he went off to. Somewhere down yonder. He escaped me. Oh, there he is. Anything cool up there? Oh, really? Huh. So I guess up here there's actually a map of the actual prison itself. It's pretty. Oh, this was headquarters. Wow. So this hill right here would have been headquarters for the Confederate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we're not supposed to be up there. Almost got busted. Oh, nice. So he actually got a photo of it. So that would have been the inner stockade, the 3rd hospital site, the Star Fort, and the 2nd hospital site would have been somewhere over this way.
That was kind of cool.
That was cool. That guy was, he's like, get off my...
Earthwork.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know you built it, but okay.
Yep. Yeah, yes, sir. Just like that line from Forrest Gump.
Sorry, yeah.
So, no, that one was from Scary Movie.
No, it was from Major Payne.
Oh yeah. So. Yeah, I like to do the live history tours. Even sometimes more than I actually like shooting paranormal content. Gives me a reason to get exercise and
Get yelled at by rangers.
yeah, and get yelled at by rangers. I can't go anywhere without getting in trouble of some kind. Whether it's me or the people who are involved around me.
There was no time to keep out.
Right? I'm getting blisters on my feet just watching you. Well, that's why I have nice comfy shoes on. You can see there, nice comfy, padded Dr. Scholl's leather shoes with gel inserts. I'm happier than a pearl inside a clam. Talking about pearls and clams earlier. You like how I did that one? I feel pretty special right now.
When you said that, I thought about having something somewhere else. Yep. That's where my mind went off too. So that's why
Happy as a pig in poop? Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
That wasn't it either.
Hey, Jen, what's up? My friend Jen from Eddie and Jen the Vlogs. That looks like poo-poo water. It's called Essence of Caca. The first time I came here, there was a severe thunderstorm that hit us insanely hard, and we didn't get to go around anywhere. The second time, it was just too damn hot to do anything. I think it was like 106 degrees outside. It's like in the middle of July in Georgia. And then I have my little car that has somewhat good air conditioning, but not when it's hot and humid outside. It's all right.
It wasn't made in the South.
No. It was probably made in it was made in Japan probably in the wintertime. They only knew how to work a heater. Hey, what's up, Debbie? Oh, Lord and Jesus.
Sir, get off my mount.
That's what your wife told me last night.
Hey.
Just kidding.
Hey.
No, nobody's talking about my wife.
Hey. That's alright. I'd like to say something, but I'm not because Cindy's right there.
Yeah.
I'm polite. When there's a female involved, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to my hat? You know?
I don't know. Did you have it on you?
Yeah, probably not. I remember.
Oh, Jesus, Lord. Did you put it in the back seat of my car?
I'm looking, dude. Oh, I did.
Huh. So we kind of got to do a little backtracking.
Yeah, because we want to piss off the Rangers again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Park Rangers. Ranger Smith. And I'm Yogi.
Hey, boop, boop, want a picnic basket?
Hey, boo boo. We gotta get a picnic baskets. But Yogi, I want to get picnic baskets.
See, Travis
the Ranger's
was like,
gonna get mad.
Travis is a lot like me. That's why we're quick friends. We've been traveling a lot in the last week or so.
Yeah, I've been at work. My dad got sick and I had like a 2-week mandatory vacation.
Yeah. I was happy to get really sick. Well, I wasn't happy to get really sick, but I got really sick just when everything in California went on to major lockdown. So I was already off work when I got sick. Actually, we got told not to come into work, and then the next day I got sick. What, babe? I didn't hear anything. I was making a stupid joke about Ranger Rick.
I thought it was Ranger Smith.
Oh, Ranger Smith.
Or was it Ranger? I thought it was Ranger Smith. Ranger's gonna get mad at us again, Yogi.
What if his name was Mr. Ranger Rick Smith? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to reset this without burning myself. And if you ask why I'm burning myself, because I'm smoking a pancake.
Oh shit!
Sorry, didn't mean to drop you. I seem to have dropped you, folks.
Stupid.
Stupid. Exit the park. Where? Oh, cemetery's over there.
Alright. When Fluffy's realizes that
Somebody drew a nice picture. I don't know what it's supposed to be of, but I think they misplaced the boobs.
They put 2 boobs.
They put a front boob. Thought it was back boobs and a butt. Couldn't tell. Let's take time to enjoy the peaceful scenery.
It's so pretty!
Pretty truth.
Oh, dude, I posted on Joe Biden's comment. I was like on my news feed on Facebook, and I got a message from the Joe Biden team. It's like, thank you for posting. It's like, y'all didn't read it, did y'all?
All right, we are here at the cemetery now. Okay, so here you just see rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of people buried here, and then you see more rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of people buried here. That's gonna be basically how they buried people. They buried them basically head to toe in these ditches, and it was pretty awful.
At least we know their names.
Yep.
northern persons, they have unmarked graves. So. See, we actually cared. We just couldn't do anything about it.
So these would have been the grave markers.
And all these people died in a year. Or 9 months, actually.
Yeah, these people all died in a very short amount of time. And a lot of these, I think this is the National Cemetery, because these are a lot of like World War II. But these are the Union soldiers here. Now,
This is the old cemetery.
yeah, this is the old part of the cemetery. Last time I was here, I was with Patty from the G team. We actually did a spirit box session over there at one of the monuments. Picked up a couple of things. It just seemed like a lot of residual responses talking about horror.
Couple sucks.
There's a couple of Tennessee people buried here. That must have been some of the Confederate people who died here as well. Usually in national cemeteries, though, the Confederates were not allowed to be buried in national cemeteries.
Unless they died during the war and they were buried here already.
Yeah. So if you go over here, and I'll take you over by this monument, you see those 6 graves that are kind of just sitting there by themselves. That's the Raiders, where they're buried. The Raiders were those who tried, there was a group of 6 that tried to escape. They were almost successful. But they also were not great people either. They were stealing from other prisoners.
Graves.
Yep.
Or hung.
The Raiders were actually hung here at the prison.
Did they also steal from their?
Yeah. They were not great people. They stole from their fellow soldiers, and
That's when they did get a lot of support from the actual soldiers.
nope. It's not good when you screw over your own people.
Yeah, then they point you out. I was like, it's them.
National Cemetery.
There's me,
So no, that's actually where Patty and I had done one of our spirit box sessions. It's right there. But yeah, there's over 13,000 Union soldiers buried here. I don't know how many Confederate soldiers are buried here, but I'm sure there's probably more than a couple.
Just a lot of the guards. I got
Sick, yeah. Well, guys, this about wraps up our live tour here at Andersonville Prison. I'm glad that you guys got to join us here. Thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. Make sure to leave a like, comment, those who already commented as well. But those who are going to watch this playback, thank you so much for watching this. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And look forward to seeing you guys on the next adventure. I'm sure there's more coming up here very soon. I'm going to try to get to Florida here. I'm going to try to get back out to Vicksburg in Mississippi. Been there. Battlefield. That place was very haunted. And it's actually
during the day.
Yeah, it is. There was like a weird mist that was just floating above the ground around the cemetery.
They talk about that there.
Yeah.
It's like a light fog that just there.
Yeah, and it appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And but yeah, guys. So that's the end of this tour, pretty much. And I want to thank you for joining us.
Have a
Take
great
care,
day.
everybody. Much love and light, and I'll see you guys soon.